It is a warm but rainy, crappy day. So last night, ended my video with I think my moisture meter or ingredients moisture meter is off. I took some corn to a neighbor later at night. He was still combining corn. He let me use it. His was saying about a point wetter than my moisture meter. So good chance my moisture meter is not working properly. So long story short, I got a couple of these samples from the truck. I'm going to take it to them to, I got more of these, I'll take them all to the grain elevator, get them tested, see where we're at. I'm going to box this baby up and this, and we're gonna go get them calibrated, and gonna talk with my mom and my brother. I'm thinking we're going to get another moisture meter here on the farm, so I can get both of them calibrated, and then throughout the season I can compare both of them, make sure they're within half a point, quarter point, whatever it is, because 1 point is unacceptable. Because here's the deal. That bin out there, it's potential. Well, the good news is I over dry the bottom, so I went to about 14.0 on this meter. So the bottom is probably realistically at 15.0, which is gonna be fine. And it's gonna, and then I built it up to 14.5, 15.5, so on and so forth. So as we get down in the bin, we're actually going to be right on target. It's just the fact that right now it's not on target. So we want to gotta get that wet corn out still, I guess. So there's more trucks coming. We'll keep. I got 9 trucks total this week. We've taken out 4 yesterday. So I think by the time we get all the trucks out, we'll get that wetter corn at the top out of here. The issue is we're gonna get dinged. Probably a penalty for shipping too wet of corn to the elevator. So that's gonna suck. It's gonna be a kick in the butt. That's why I figured, you know what, might as well just go buy another moisture meter, because it's cheaper insurance for next year. And anyways, let's get this stuff packed up. So normally I do get this calibrated once a year. I just never did. I got too busy, I forgot about it, and before you know it, here we are. We're in season. So this is actually the box it came in. These are expensive tools. I want to make sure we ship them. They're good and secure. Nope. Dusty. Alright, so my tester's out a point. That sucks. So I'm gonna start the dryer and dry what's in the wet bin out of the wet bin, and then probably do the Canadian Make Work project and do what I already did. I'm gonna start taking corn out of the bin that I dried into and find out where it's actually at least in the 15 mark and re-dry the top. I think that's gonna be the game plan, but first I gotta get the wet bin empty. Oh, I also gotta take a test in that 40, because it told me it was 14.1 yesterday, which I thought was spot on for the bottom. Well, potentially it's gonna be 15.1 to 15.5, which isn't terrible. It's not touching the walls yet. I'll have to make the call if I gotta re-dry it too. So, good thing it's raining, because I just made a job today for me. Good work. Oh, it's raining. We're just gonna kind of let belts and everything warm up before we start doing anything too crazy. We're gonna switch this pipe over. Alright, good news, I've done a bunch of tests. The bottom of the bin's 14.8. I was shooting for 14.0, 14.5, so that's about a point out-ish. I don't know, we'll keep drying. See, there's potential that my unit screwed up during the season, and so some of the stuff at the beginning of the season should be correct, but we'll find out as we carry on. Next test, 14.6, so that's positive. Alright, so going through the records of what it should have been coming out at, and we're testing in that 40, because what I'm testing right now is the first stuff we dried, and it's coming out, you know, pretty much where I want it to. So somewhere in this section is where I think my moisture meter screwed up, so we'll have to figure out exactly where. But the bottom of that Brock that I'm talking about, it was some of the first stuff we dried too, so it should be all right. So somewhere we'll be passing the point. It's not like the whole bin's gonna go bad. We're just deciding. We're gonna go take a couple samples up top of the bin, see if we've passed that point of wet corn or what's going on, if we got to take some more out and re-dry it. That's the plan. A lot of decisions. Anyways, we're getting this going right now, and then we'll recalibrate my dry sensors to that. This is a brand new one. They gave it to me for a loaner. It's not mine. Mine's out getting calibrated. And I'm gonna make the call whether I say screw it. I'm just gonna keep the new one, because that old one, I've had problems with it over the past 6 years. Yeah, I've had it. You know, every other year it seems to give me trouble halfway through the season for some reason or not. And I know some people say that they will, and it's just something you gotta live with. Or I need to get a second one here so I can confirm, you know, that they should read the same, or vice versa. It's an expensive deal to not have a second one, actually, because it's gonna cost you a lot of money. A full bin going bad. This is the end game. Everything we worked for, if these bins go bad, I might as well not have done anything this year. I've worked for nothing. So we got to make sure everything is right in this room. And we're drying corn now. Turn on the cooling fan. Uh-oh. There she goes. Woo! Yep. Okay, so we're loading the truck right now, and I know this is a lot of clips of me in the driving room, not that exciting, but to me, I'm stressed to the nuts because this is not adding up. So, I told you that the lows the other day were 16.8, 16.9, which is way too wet. I tested my moisture tester this morning. I found out it was out of point. I thought that was to blame. So we loaded the load late last night, and it went in this morning. So different guy there would be running their moisture meter. So the last load was 14.5. So what is really going on here? So I'm testing again as we send out, kind of see what's up. I gotta do that again. Like I said, I don't know. And then the tests that I've done in my bin seem to be good. That's perfect. A lot of corn jumping. Okay, look at this. Just coming down nicely. Coming down nicely. There we go. Power. Moisture content. Corn. 250. It's got to go a little bit lower in temp. Might as well get a jar. Get it labeled. I try to do my best due diligence, you know, when I'm drying corn, to keep samples and what's going on and labels, and you gotta try to keep it all straight. This is what it takes to make sure you're not getting screwed. Does this note? Oh right, that's silly of me. Anyways, all I gotta do is put in that number, so I'll dump it back in for shits. So much going on right now in my head. There we go. 53. 53. Okay. We'll see what goes on. It's still cooling. That's saying it's 16.7, so it's correlating with what they said last night. We'll keep taking samples here. I'm gonna take samples all through that truckload and see, you know, if we can get anything to match up here. And totally different. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. None of this is making sense. None of this is making sense. Doing it okay, but we're back at it. We'll keep things running. Okay, so we've had a bunch of truckloads go out. We're down to 16 to 16.3% in the bin. Instead of that wetter stuff, I'm not too sure exactly what happened with the wetter stuff, but I know what did happen was the moisture meter was out. So I'm just drying into a different bin. We have a few more truckloads to go out, and I'm pretty confident we're going to get back down to my 15.5 and stuff like that. I look at my notes, and I found where I think the moisture meter screwed up. And I've done different tests in different bins, found dry corn. So we're just gonna keep rolling. I got 2 truckloads going out tomorrow. Hopefully we can get through it. So at 16.5, they just charge you shrinkage. So it's not a big deal. At over 16.5, they do penalize you, but I don't think we're gonna have any more of that higher moisture stuff. Here we go. We're just gonna keep going. That's all we can do. We're full. We'll squeeze this wagon in, fill the rest, and start the dryer. I guess we might as well start the dryer right now. Enable, unload, okay, start, reset the profile, okay, start the dryer.
What did you say, like a Hero 5 or a Hero 6? I want to get one just for fun.
This is it. We're done for the night. Deal's done.